We're 23 minutes into this podcast, and we haven't even talked about Erling Haaland.
Yes.
And I think that is the literal embodiment of Erling Haaland's match today. Like, where was he?
Everyone's online is giving him a tough time because they said that this is a game that he should have
He got
showed
pocketed
up to.
by Rudiger, apparently.
Man, you guys take this one first.
Okay, I'll go because I have a little bit of a thing with him. Haaland,
Ooh.
he has been class in how many games this year? A whole bunch of games this year. Obviously, he has the new scoring record, and he deserves it. However, Erling Haaland has been absolutely class in the domestic league. 32 appearances, 35 goals, 7 assists, pass the ball, buddy. But what I really want to say is his goals this year haven't exactly been against the best of teams. 2 goals against West Ham, 3 goals against Crystal Palace, 3 goals against Nottingham Forest, 3 goals and 2 assists against Man United. We won't talk about that. 2 goals against Brighton, 2 goals against Leeds, 2 goals against Southampton, and 2 goals against Leicester. Then you take a look at what he's done so far in the Champions League. And yes, 12 goals, 1 assist. Very good. We all know he can score. But 2 goals against Sevilla, 2 goals against Copenhagen, 5 in a 7-0 game against RB Leipzig. Is he a big game player? Really is the question that I'm asking here, because Real Madrid, nothing. Did get a goal against Bayern Munich, but it was a garbage time goal. Nothing in the 1-1 game against Leipzig that they needed him in as well. And against his former team, Borussia Dortmund, 2 games, and he only had 1 goal in 45 minutes and 90 minutes. I'm not sure, now that we know that Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland are going to be the next Messi and Ronaldo, I don't know if Erling Haaland is a big game performer.
Ooh, hot take, Brett.
I already hear everybody.
I believe you need to give credit to the Real Madrid back line.
Absolutely.
Right? It's Erling Haaland had less touches in this game than Ederson.
Wow.
Against Real Madrid. So it's, maybe Man City didn't give him enough support, but I would say I'm giving credit to Real Madrid on this one. Rudiger played like class, and he deserves all respect.
It is no disrespect. I'm not saying this either because I don't think Haaland wasn't trying. I think he looked quite inspired in the match. I remember seeing specifically one set piece where he was just a whole speed faster than everybody else trying to get to the ball. But was, like you said, the back line didn't allow him to get there, so maybe that's fair enough there. But again, without the lack of trying, he was still basically non-impactful in this game. So
I do agree with Woz that Real Madrid's backline deserves some credit, and there's a lot of quotes, leading up to this game from Ancelotti and a lot of players like Rodrigo saying that, how do we stop Haaland? Because he's unstoppable, right? So I feel like they had to have had a nice strategy out for how to stop an Erling Haaland. And he had a couple good moments. There was a really good header he had on net. And he's just such a big physical presence. I think that he's a young guy. He's 22 years old, 23 years old. I think he's 22. And this was his first time at Real Madrid Stadium. And I think, you talk about players gaining experience. This was a big, day for him in his career. But as far as him not showing up to big games, I think that that's kind of impossible when you're setting a Premier League goal scoring record in your debut season in the Premier League. And then also I just read that he has an overall total of 35 Champions League goal with a ratio of 1.3 goals per game, unmatched by any other player in the competition's history. So, I think Haaland is almost like this video game cheat code that doesn't make any sense because he's so young and he's so likable, right? Like you see him on the pitch and he's just a nice guy. He's so happy for his teammates and he gets the job done. Like whatever way you look at it, if he's scoring 5 goals in one game and he's not scoring, you know, a goal in the next, he can't score a goal every single game, right? And scoring 5 goals in one game is not easy. And, you know, scoring a goal against any team isn't easy. I sometimes have a hard time with that argument when people say that, because if it were easy to score goals against teams that aren't the greatest, then every player would have walked off the pitch with a hat trick, right? So I always give credit to Erling Haaland. And yeah, maybe today wasn't his day, but maybe that just means he's going to come back locked and loaded, you know, in Manchester. But he can't, every single day can't be prime Haaland, right? But when he's not shining, look at what his teammates are able to do, right?
Yeah.
Like Kevin De Bruyne came through, and I think City did a great job getting back into it. And yeah, he was definitely silenced today, but I think Real Madrid gets some credit for that. I thought it was a pretty good game from both teams.